Pharmakia, of false hope and deception, of false peace, false healing, and a false future. Hello, I am Dr. K. Paul Stoller, and this short video is about the revelation of fetal DNA found in certain vaccines. We have known for many years that using human fetal cells are imperative in the manufacturing process of certain vaccines, but no one wanted to believe fragments of unborn children were present in every injection. Attorney Aaron Siri has exposed what the CDC and FDA won't: fetal DNA laced through MMR and varicella vaccines. We were never supposed to know, but now we do. To quote attorney Aaron Siri, every vial of MMR and varicella vaccine contains millions of fragments of cellular and DNA debris from aborted fetal cell lines. This isn't a theory. It's confirmed in official documents and peer-reviewed science. Yet millions are injected. And obviously there is no informed consent for vaccines. But even if there were, if you don't disclose the information, there can be no consent. The public didn't seem to mind being told there is retroviral contamination in these vaccines, nor the risk they pose in the presence of reverse transcriptase, the risk of having animal retrovirus DNA being written into our cells, and that risk is cancer. This is why it is essentially criminal to deny religious exemptions to these vaccines. After all, they are constitutionally protected. But tell that to states like California. In 1984, as recorded in the Federal Registrar, the FDA proclaimed their official policy: safety concerns, no matter how well-founded, shall not be allowed to interfere with national vaccine policy. A blanket disregard for safety concerns is not considered a sound or ethical approach to vaccine policy. But what has happened is it became the policy that had to be protected, not the public's health. Nothing could be said or revealed that would cause vaccine hesitancy. Why do you think HHS ignored the provisions in the 1986 Vaccine Act that required them to not only have a safety committee, but to submit a report to Congress every 2 years reviewing their efforts to enhance vaccine safety? That is why you shouldn't G looking for said reports. None were ever sent to Congress because they never existed. The government has painted itself into a corner. If they do true safety evaluations on vaccines, they would be found unsafe, and then there would be liability. So safety was essentially erased as a concern. Yes, this is a form of insanity, where you convince yourself you are protecting the public when what you are really doing is nothing but conjuring up novel denials. Malicious confabulation at the very least. It took well over 100 years, beyond when it was known bloodletting was not an appropriate medical intervention, for the bloodletting physicians of the Middle Ages to stop draining patients of their blood. 100 years, but there were no multinational megacorporations pushing for bloodletting. Today, we have entities making billions off of vaccines, which is very problematic given we now know they are as dangerous as they are ineffective. But the more who know and understand the truth of this calamity, the sooner it will end. Thank you for watching. The end.